just jumped in my van. I'm waiting for Craig turning up. He said he'll be 5 minutes, and then we're off for another trip to the Farne Islands. Hopefully it's going to be a better time than last time. It was foggy, if you remember the last video. So I'm expecting a good one. Let's go. Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. We're here back at the Farne Islands and it's an absolutely cracking day. If you remember last time we were here, it was foggy and you couldn't see any of this. We've got the main man Kev and Craig with us today.
Happy days.
And we're going to have a good time. Let's see what we can get up to.
What, Craig?
The toilet.
The toilet.
It's a big boat, isn't it? So we have to have the toilet.
Yeah.
That's the way.
That's the boys nearly ready. How let's have your catchphrase.
Happy days. Happy days. Jackie! Oh, Jackie!
Well guys, you never guess where we're going this time. Back to the hopper.
Back to the hopper.
Happy days. Jackie lad.
Jackie! Happy days.
So the sun is shining everyone, and welcome back on another adventure. We set sail from the picturesque harbour of Seahouses and we're heading out to the legendary Farne Islands. Now if you're a nature lover like me, you'll know that this place is famous for one thing in particular. Its incredible sail population. I'm talking hundreds, maybe even thousands of them, just lounging on the rocks. The plan is simple. We're going to get as close as we can and hopefully get some amazing footage of these beautiful creatures. I've got my camera ready and I'm feeling optimistic. What could possibly go wrong? Everybody ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's go! So in case you hadn't noticed, we didn't see any of those sails lying on those rocks. We saw plenty of guillemots and puffins, but no sails. It looked like they've packed the bags and gone on the holidays. But what can you do? So before I jumped in, I asked the boat's captain, who's an absolute wealth of knowledge, what the deal is, and it turns out it's the start of breeding season. Apparently the sails aren't just lounging around this time of year, they're off doing what sails do during breeding season, and they're much harder to spot. They're more dispersed, and they're not all clumped together on the rocks. They're out feeding and they're nasty. But hey ho, that's the beauty of nature. You can plan all you want, but you're never in control. And even though we didn't get our sail sightings, we're here for an incredible time. We've seen hundreds of amazing seabirds, which is fantastic on a boat trip, and we've learned something new. So it's not a complete loss. In fact, it's a great reason to come back. So if you're planning to make a trip to the Farnes, check the seasons. This chappie snuck up on me. He's a Ballan wrasse. They come in various colours of mottled green, red and browns. Say this one's a good brownie. The Ballan wrasse is a heavyweight of the wrasse family, a stocky fish that can grow up to 60 centimetres long. You'll find them patrolling the rocky crevices of kelp forests, which is perfect for their homes. They're very territorial and very curious, and often come and swim next to you, hoping to get a free morsel of food. One of the most fascinating things about ballan-rhoss is how they eat. Their jaws are so strong and they can crush shells and mussels and barnacles and crabs. The teeth are very similar to humans, and they're a little powerhouse on the reef, helping to keep the ecosystem in balance. That's a little velvet swimming crab and would be perfect prey for that ballan-rhoss. But the seals are just part of the story. The rocky seabed here is a paradise for marine life. We're seeing an incredible array of soft corals, sunstars, sea urchins and anemones, and the cracks and crevices in the rocks are home to squat lobsters, edible crabs, blainies, and the visibility can sometimes reach over 20 metres, which makes it the perfect spot for spotting sea creatures. And for the more experienced divers, there are even a number of historical wrecks scattered around the islands. These wrecks have become artificial reefs, providing homes and even more wildlife, and making more truly fascinating exploration. We've seen boilers and props from old ships, and don't forget the famous story of Grace Darling, and everything's covered in marine growth. Diving at the Farne Islands is a feast for the senses. From the playful sails to the stunning soft corals and rich history of wrecks, it's a dive destination that should be on every diver's bucket list. If you're looking for a UK diving adventure with some of the best wildlife encounters you can imagine, you've found it right here. The islands are made up of volcanic rock, which creates a dramatic underwater landscape with reef walls and gullies. They're covered in beautiful array of marine life, including soft corals, anemones and dead men's fingers. And you'll also find an abundance of crustaceans, crabs, lobsters, squat lobsters, all hiding in the crevices, and often huge schools of fish. I don't know if you spotted the little shadow of the sail in the top left hand corner, but that was the only sighting we had that day. There were actually two sails there, but the camera doesn't do it justice. And we've reached that time again. This is the part where I like to say thanks for watching. If you're still here, you're obviously enjoying it. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And we'll see you on the next one. Happy days.